Here we are. We're going to feature Tesla in after hours. Right now, as you can see here clearly, Tesla is down $13. It hit a low on 155 in after hours. Revenues had come in a little bit on the top line, but vehicle delivery was a little bit disappointing to the street. And we're going to continue to update the earnings part. This was that knee-jerk reaction. Remember that the high today was $181.43. We hit 155 here. What I can say, Tesla Motor going forward, that honeymoon is over. That honeymoon is over, and the high valuations of auto company, that part is over moving forward. And we'll just let you know that right now we're printing at 159. And like I said, there was a lot of expectations. Remember, they beat by 2 cents. The revs were a little bit higher, but vehicle deliveries were probably just slightly a little bit lower. But just remember, this was already a high flyer. And this is what happens to people when they buy at the highs, down $16. And the bull will be taken to the woodshed on Tesla. Here we go in after hours. We've come back down to these very same lows here live on Tesla Motors. Right now, print 159.25. And we're going to continue to see what they have to say on the conference call. Once again, high expectations for Tesla. And people have bid it up in exuberant levels. And I don't think that 2014, I think that the honeymoon ends with Tesla. One of the things that we're also going to talk about is how we're coming down here in the lows with Tesla, but the company issues downside guidance for Q4, sees profitability about consistent with Q3 of 12 cents versus 20 cents Capital IQ consensus. That's 8 cents light, no matter how you look at it. So one of the things that we'll be doing very carefully is figuring where the real value of this hyped up company is moving forward throughout the calendar year. And like I said, having a short as it falls in price down $18.82, going on down toward $20 right here, live and after hours. They continue to drive down their manufacturing costs. That's a good thing. They expect their target of about 25% of non-GAAP automotive gross margins in Q4. Okay. There are a lot of variable factors that will go into with our MMTs about the delivery of the vehicles. Their revenues were well, they've executed well, but one thing that people need to be aware of is what is the actual value of Tesla moving forward. When you take a look at Ford, you take a look at Mercedes-Benz, you take a look at General Motors, you take a look at BMW, you take a look at the other car companies versus this one, there's going to be a lot more electric cars being made. There's going to be competition in 2014, 15, and 16 going forward. What we will say is that they did deliver 1,000 deliveries to the European customers, and production in the quarter significantly exceeded deliveries in order to fill the pipeline of vehicles in transit to Europe and provide cars for service and marketing uses. So we'll talk more about what the ZEV credits versus low 20% guidance is and whatnot. And we'll talk more about how can you have a higher price in Tesla if their earnings on the EPS side are not growing to estimates. There was some whisper numbers out there as high as 17 cents per share. Once again, one thing about these hyped up companies, when the stock was at $50, when we started covering it, it was a great place to be. And the thing that we are saying now is that that's an old print at 176. So 176, we're down here right now at 157. Okay, and we're holding those lows right in here. Just remember that when we take a look at a daily chart, we can go back to last week lows. This is a daily chart. It was already at this price level that we're seeing now in after hours last week lows. So there was a lot of distribution from 187 down, and we had called a short and overvalued on Tesla, and that was the place and the side to be on. Now when we go back to the after hours 1 minute, you can clearly see here at the price is at 157.5. We will be making a series of lower lows over the next couple of months in Tesla. Put options is the best way to play it. Trade the short-term bounces to the upside and then get short intraday off of the highs. There'll be new trading ranges on Tesla.